Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on. If you know we're blessed, stand to your feet. Come on, come on. Let's celebrate. Clap those hands. Hallelujah. Yeah. Everybody say, bless, 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 bless. Come on and clap your hands. Everybody say, bless, bless. Look at your neighbor and tell them we're blessed.
Just don't
that. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. First of all, Minister Johnson will give you $20 back for those kind words. Man, thank you. But I don't know what you kind of just, I gave some money later on, man. So thank you. First of all, I want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who definitely the head of my life. And next, I want to give thanks to my helpmate, my best friend, my wife, India. Yes. My two beautiful kids, Lauren and Jackson. And also my little guy's birthday today with Jackson at. My two role models, parents, Rosa and Tricia Nelson. Yeah. My brother Maurice Nelson. Staff, Prince High School football staff, my family members, they definitely was a community that raised my brother on both sides. You got a huge family on both sides, mother and father's side, definitely a lot on the departments today. I want to thank y'all for that. I thank the Grand Head Missionary Baptist Church for allowing me to come forward today to give this message on today. And also my friend, my pastor, Clifton Witherspoon. Appreciate it. Thank you. Football team, Crestwood, some of the high players is here, Lakewood, all China County schools are here. And also, once again, God, thank you all. Congrats on your wins on Friday. All the high schools won in the community on Friday. That's a good thing. And I'm gonna kind of, before I get started, Pastor Witherspoon came to me about 2 months ago and said, Nelson, I'm speaking on one day, we call it Jersey Day, football season. So that's fine. I'm thinking you're going to talk about maybe like December, January, the season all over with, NFL season's in. I said, I'll do it, no problem. Kind of forgot about that actually. So me and him were somewhere together. He said, hey, you got that date set? Yeah, fine. I looked at it, gave him the date this Sunday. Are you sure? Yeah, fine. Didn't realize that date. I said, wow, I got a game plan for the defending state champions coming in the season. Son's birthday, that Sunday. Lord help me. But look at God, it got worked out. Definitely had a huge win on Friday night, knocked out the defending state champions. So that was good, and Pastor, I definitely appreciate it, man. Where you at? Hey. Oh man, what have I got myself into right here? But first of all, I want everyone in the congregation to just stand up for 1 second. Stand up. Everyone stand up. I want everybody to take one step to their left. Take one step to your right. Put your hands up. Put them down. And you go home and you cannot say, the speaker not move me today. Somebody gonna go right outside of the parking lot, and he ain't done me today. I don't move you a little bit, okay? All right. We're gonna talk about, since it's the athletic theme, we're gonna talk about a huddle. A huddle. And when you look at a huddle in sports, but also we got a huddle in life as well. And a huddle is a brief gathering of players away from the line of scrimmage or field. There's always a group of 2 or more discussing something the outsider don't need to hear. That's a huddle. Huddle in football, basketball, hockey, track, tennis, all sports you huddle up. Even officials, they get together and huddle before the game to talk about what's the game plan for that day. And going to the word, the book of Matthew 18:20 says, for where there's 2 or 3 gathered together in my name,
I'm in the midst. So you gathering people, 2 or 3 or more together, that's a huddle. When you got God in the midst of it, you're going to be successful within that huddle. But I'm asking the congregation, young and old, in your huddles in your community, when you huddle in your household, your job, your social clubs, your friends, what are we talking about in our huddles? Are we coming with the game plan to support our businesses, support our kids, giving back? Are we game planning to make sure that we are picking our kids up from practice on time, supporting them in their academics at high school, supporting them in their fundraisers, supporting their clubs, their charity events? Are we supporting our family members in their struggles through our life within our huddle? Are we celebrating the good times and not coming against the bad times? Are we getting together to discuss ways to grab a family member that had a struggle in life, that overcame it? Are we getting together to celebrate a family member within our huddle of getting promoted in their job, coming to Christ, getting in better shape? Are we huddling up with negativity? Talk about how we can bring someone down, what they're not doing, who should be in charge, who shouldn't be in charge, who should we get rid of, who should be fired, or even who should we kill with our tongues? Are we huddling to make sure we take back our community and put our kids in the forefront in their education? Ask yourself that question. What are you actually huddling about when you huddle? In the 4 walls of the church, are you huddling to go out in the community and do positive things? Or are you huddling just to make sure it stays in your church? Are we huddling within the church and the community to make sure our community people feel that they're important? Everyone is important. But sometimes in our huddles, we only focus on the people who have a certain class station in life. Is that what Jesus really wants? So we got our huddle, we got our plan. We break the huddle. In football, some team huddle, some don't. We mother huddle, personally, at Crestwood. Some do no huddle. But at some point in time, they come together. So your plan is in place. Break the huddle in society, break the huddle in your household. You go out, ready, set, go. Now what's next? Execute that plan. Execute that plan. Matthew 20:19 tells us to go out to the world and make disciples of all men, baptize in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We got the huddle, we got the plan. We got to go out in the community, we got to execute it now. But once we go execute it, things are going to come up. Things are going to come up. Once things come up in your huddle, always remember, it is someone you can go back to get it back figured out. And that's Jesus Christ. When I said at the beginning, there's 3 or more assembled. He's in the midst. So once we go out, game plan always changes. Things come up you're not looking for on your job, in your household, athletic arena. Jesus' disciples on a boat, you know the story, going across the Sea of Galilee. And the storm came. And I'm pretty sure they had a huddle of priests where they got in that boat. We're going across, we're going to fish. Had the game plan, had nets, probably some food, had the game plan. But all of a sudden, maybe through that storm, through that boat ride, storm came up, correct? And those disciples on that boat, they called timeout. They called timeout, and they went and got their head coach. They did. And he being so powerful, all he said was, peace be still. And the storm calmed. The thing about Jesus is, he's not like man or in a game of life, sports we play. You got a limited amount of timeouts per half, per quarter. And after that, you can't have any more. You run out. You get penalized for using one. But with Jesus, it's unlimited timeouts. You can go to him anytime. Day, night, noon, morning, and get a timeout. And talk about it. And get it figured out. And he's never going to penalize you for calling his name, asking for a favor, telling him I messed up. Can I get it right? But as man, we will. We will tell you, no, I ain't no time out for you, I can't help you out, it's too late. The deadline is passed. But Jesus never do that to us. Jesus fixed all our problems. But it goes back to our original huddle by having him there. If we don't bring him in the huddle when we first start out, our problem is not going to work. Our plan is not going to work. It's not going to work. My first thing, too, I said, make sure he is in the midst. You're making your plans. Now, I talked about the huddle, going out, being disciples in the world. We can get blessed for that. We are. It might be financial. Things happen in your life. Wow, how does that happen to place? Because you're being blessed. Once you get blessed for things God doing in your life, don't forget where your help came from. The book of Luke 17, chapter 12 through 19, talk about 10 lepers. 10 lepers. And just my personal opinion, just reading the story, they said they were standing together outside of the city. Probably in the huddle. Devising a plan, how can they get blessed? Lo and behold came Jesus. He came in the midst. And he challenged them to go see the priest. As they went away to go see the priest, they had their plan. They were blessed when they got to the priest. But remember what I said about remembering to give you thanks to. 10 went out, only one came back to give thanks. And that one was the one who actually was blessed. The other 9 mild blessed temporarily, but their eternal soul was not blessed. Because they forgot to give thanks to the one who blessed them. So as believing that Christians, young and old, middle-aged, seniors, never forget. There's never nothing too small to thank you for, nothing too big to thank you for. Because we don't do it ourselves at all. We don't wake ourselves up, we don't put ourselves to sleep. That's the Lord's sake. In closing, and I'll keep it long. I know how young people are, their attention span like that. But I'm going to challenge the young people who will consider themselves young school-age kids, pre-K through high school. This is a challenge to you. Be very careful who you put in your huddle. The people in your huddle that you spend the most time with will have a major impact in your life. The decision you make, the mindset you have, the value you hold, how healthy you be, your whole entire physical body will be determined by who's in your huddle. Who's in your huddle? Because you got to be very, very careful, young people. Because you look in the word, Judas got in Jesus' huddle. Judas got in Jesus huddle. But Jesus knowing who he is, he's already figured out. But us as human beings, sometimes we can't figure it out until it's too late. Who's actually in our huddle? Who shouldn't be in our huddle? Take that challenge, young people. School. Find who's in your huddle. Do a self-evaluation. Who's in your huddle and who shouldn't be in your huddle. They shouldn't be in your huddle. That person pulling you down, negativity, having you do things you shouldn't do. Get them out of your huddle. You can't get them out of your huddle. You be the person in the huddle that's going to say, well, you're going to do what we doing, you're going to get away from us. Parents, I got to challenge you also. I want to challenge the parents to huddle with the children. Get close to the children. Ask them questions. Who are their friends? Who are they spending time with? What's their social media accounts? Who they call on the phone? What they watch on TV? What music they listen to? What do they value in life? Who are their teachers? Who are their coaches? What's their goals? Short-term goals, long-term goals. Tell them about your journey in life. What you did wrong, what you did right. Parents, don't be afraid to check on your kids. Check their room. Check at pop at school. And a lot of times school you can't come and visit past. You can go up front just to be a presence. Grown up, fathers in law enforcement, and he may walk around the school uniform on. Oh, they here again? Yep, walking through. And the same token, my mother worked 12 hours at shifts at B&B, and her days off, me and brother knew. She come in our room, she gonna go through our drawers, she gonna move our stuff around, she gonna be in the closet. It was something out of place that she wouldn't just get on you and she'd tell you, why is it in your room right here? You have a conversation with you about it. So parents today definitely do that. It was a help to my brother. We definitely can sit there and laugh on that. And also parents, it's a situation, it might be something in the room you find that might can save your child's life. Prevention happens. Now parents, as you get in love with your kids, and all parents know their kids. Deep down inside, we know our kids. Don't be quick to always say that your child is always right. In the adults in their life, there's teachers, coaches, principals, guidance counselors, church members, community people, always wrong. Because we know that's not always the case. Because what happens as a parent, when our child's always right, that's what I all the time. I'm not thinking right now, but eventually, somebody have a hot big to see you wrong. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late by that time. So parents, sometimes it's best to keep your personal views or personal opinion about someone that's teaching your child, that's in position of leadership of your child. Sometimes to kind of keep those opinions to yourself and have a conversation with that adult. Or expressing that to your child, because your child's going to figure they're equal to that adult. It's going to be And parents, we'll get how many times we'll say, well, that teacher don't know what she's talking about. That person don't like my child. That deacon don't like my child. That trustee don't like my child. That choir don't like my child. Or 2022, the biggest one, that coach don't know what he doing. At the end of the day, you know your child or daughter's at home, son or daughter's at home, they ain't clean your room up. They ain't do what you have to do at home. They talking back to you at home. They being nasty with you. You know good and well when they get to school, they're doing the same exact thing again. Now the master one, we're gonna wave in the classroom. After the ring, they make you stop. It's just not gonna happen. So parents, call up the children to find out what's really going on in their life. Because as a staff that's here, sometimes you might know more things about the child than the parents do. And it should not be like that. We should get information from the parent. We should get it from the parent. It's young men sitting in my program right now, or young men throughout the county, that I might know things about the parent would never know. Because they confide in coaches and think they might go feel come talk to the parent at home. And it should not be like that. It shouldn't be. Because if we huddling at home, or we huddling at church, it starts there. In closing, parents, children, community, leaders, elders, anyone, if we come together and huddle in this community, in Sumter County, we can make a difference. We can make a difference. Because you get in the huddle, it's not about race, who's big, who's small. Everyone want a card. You don't want a card, Jesus be in the midst.